18th century France. Revolution raged, heads rolled, and beautiful pieces like these flowed freely from the fingertips of French artists, eventually finding themselves here with us at elikaantiques.com, where, of course, all of these pieces are available for purchase should any happen to catch your eye. Now, the really cool thing about these items isn't just how beautiful they are, but it's the fact that each and every one of them was created around great moments in time. So that then becomes the question. What were those great moments? What was really happening at this time in history? Now, 18th century France is, of course, best known as the time of the French Revolution. Unfortunately for us, that's a little too big to be covered in a single video, and so much like Louis XVI, it had to be cut short. Instead, our topic for today is the lead-up to the whole bloody mess. So what happened, really? Well, to put it simply, between war overseas and the excesses of the nobility, France was deeply in debt. And while the nobles sat pretty on their silver spoons, the common people of France worked themselves to the bone to try and pay off that debt. Now, this wasn't really sitting great with the vast majority of the French public, and so tensions were rising. Worried those tensions would come to a head, King Louis XVI called for an assembly of the États Généraux, a governmental body divided into three estates: the rich and powerful clergy, the rich and powerful nobility, and the regular people of France. Now, importantly, despite representing less than 5% of the population, the first and second estates outnumbered the third, and could always shut down anything they tried to accomplish. Fed up with that, the third estate left and renamed themselves the National Assembly, deciding to just get the dang job done on their own. Now, King Louis didn't much like the sound of common people consolidating power, and so he locked the doors of the assembly hall on them to deny them a place to meet. Because, after all, no sane group of people would find another spot to occupy, least of all the king's own tennis court. So, the third estate occupied the king's own tennis court and swore the legendary tennis court oath, vowing not to leave until they'd established a proper constitution for France. Finally, King Louis begrudgingly recognized the assembly, but at that point it was already too late. Though no one knew it yet, the seeds of revolution had been planted, soon to sprout in earnest with the storming of the Bastille, which requires a whole video just for itself. The tennis court oath doesn't just live in the past. You can own a physical memory of revolutionary France. All these pieces behind me here are witnesses to events like these. Works of living art that have weathered wars and are now available for perusal at the tips of your fingers. So while you're waiting on the next video, be sure to toss us a follow and check out elikaantiques.com to find a piece of history that speaks to you.